Sorry, I was eating. Um, Hi guys, PJ45 here. Sorry, got popcorn in my teeth. Trying to. Uh. Anyways, PJ45 here. Welcome to another episode of True Stories. Today's episode I'm going to be talking about how I adopted her. Oh, look at her stretch, cute. Um, we've been looking for a dog for a while. Um, for me to have as a companion and stuff, and we had dogs before, but they had to be either sent to a different family or euthanized or died. Our first dog, Morgan, we got her when she was old and she died, and my grandparents and my uncle dragged her to the front hallway and shut the door so we wouldn't have to see her dead body. A whole 1 year later, we have a funeral service for her, and I get a plaque, but the plaque is now broken, which my grandma says she's going to fix, but she never does. Anyways, back to so she dies. A couple years later, we get another dog named Licorice. My uncle got me the dog, and we already signed up for uh adoption stuff before my uncle got me the dog. So we have that paperwork so we could get a dog, which is going to be important later. Um, that dog um was a good dog, and it got along with our cat very well. Um, I didn't see much of that dog because I went to placements because my mental stuff and meds and stuff. So I went to placements. When I got out of my placements, my sister got a dog, another dog. So we had two dogs now, and they grew up fine together. But the new dog, which is named Oreo, because it's like white here, black, black. That's why it was called Oreo. I didn't name him. My sister did. Um, Oreo attacked me and gave me I don't know if you could see that. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but I have a scar on my head from him biting my head because I was little. And he's not great with younger children. So, yeah. Um, After a while, we had to give him away. We had to give Oreo away because he he was too aggressive with younger kids. On one of my birthdays, he tried to attack my cousin, who was like 6 at the time, I think, either 6 or 7. So he went to a home with a family that doesn't have kids. Basically, my stepdad's brother's friend has him. Um, Later on, not Oreo, our dog Licorice, the one that at my uncle gave me, started having seizures, which messed with his mental state, and we don't know how long he's been having these seizures at all. We don't know how long. We don't know how bad it was until he opened the door and attacked the mailman. And I taught him to open up doors, so after he attacked the mailman, I swear, any other dog I ever get, or any dog I have to watch, I'm not training them to open doors anymore. Because of what happened with my dog Licorice. He opened the door to the back to go all the way around to the front to attack the mailman. Because of his seizures messing with his brain. So he got euthanized. 4 years later, we go on my 4 years later. So this year or last year, I think it was the last month of last year. I could be wrong, but it was my grandparents' anniversary, and they took me to a dog show on the anniversary for me to get a dog. And it had to be on their anniversary because the dog show was on only one day, and that day was their anniversary, and then it's done. It wasn't going to be a week thing or a 3 days thing. It was a 1 day thing, and we've been looking for a dog for a while. We got in there. They didn't have that many. They were like 4 dogs. There were 4 dogs when we came in. Uh, they told us there's more in the trucks or in the back. I forgot which. I think it was both. I think they said in the back and in the trucks they have more dogs. They just don't want them all in at once. When we got to anyways, we didn't have to sign any paperwork to pick a dog because we already had everything okay to go before we got Licorice and Oreo. Because Oreo and Licorice weren't from a pound, they were from a litter, from a family. So we already had the stuff signed up for a dog from the pound. So all we had to do was talk to them about it, sign ourselves in, get the dog, adopt it, and leave. But that's not exactly how it went. So after I went to pick a dog and I saw her, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, she's cute. And she has the nice brownish fur that my aunt's dog has. Um, and she was very cute and playful. Um, they took her and her litter mate out. She only had one litter mate left because all her litter mates were already picked. So she had one litter mate left. I played with her for a while. Then we're like, I'm taking this one. After that, she was very upset because the other family left with her last litter mate, and she was crying. In my lap while we were getting her a leash and a collar and a doggy bowl and doggy toy. She jumped out of my arms because she was so afraid of everyone, and she jumped out. So when she jumped out of my arms, she hit her head, not that hard, but she hit her head on the table. It was fucking funny to my grandpa. He was laughing. But we had the leash on her that we just got. They gave me free dog food, which she liked better than the one I have now, but she's not getting that one ever again. That one's very expensive. Um. Anyways, so she's just like not running around. She's just hiding underneath the table. And when I picked her back up, every time I was holding her, someone came around with some chicken or whatever it was. Chicken, turkey, ham, I don't know what it was. It was some kind of meat. That's all I know. And they would give it to her to like every few minutes. It was fucking weird. Um, we got in the car and she was like trying to get into the front seat. I'm like, I'm trying to hold her. She's just squirming. We got home and she hid in a little cupboard in my kitchen for like hours until she got used to me being there. Um, I still have the bowl, the leash, and the collar that we got her. I still have the toy we got her there too. I used all the dog food they gave me. But the toy that she got there, she likes it, but she ripped it up and got all the stuffing taken out, and the nose is gone. It was like a pink elephant. Now it has no face, and it's just a pink rag with ears. So she still likes it though. She's She's tired because I'm sitting here talking on my phone while she's like, "Oh, you're not giving me attention. I'm gonna go to sleep then because you're boring me." Yeah. Usually she's jumpy all the time, but when I'm on the phone or when I'm on, uh, if I'm filming or if I'm on the phone, she's like sleepy. Oh, since I forgot to say this. Since since her litter mates were all gone, she has abandonment issues. So if I leave her for 2 seconds and come right back, she'll jump at me like, I haven't seen you in ages. When that's not true. It's because of her she has like abandonment issues. She has abandonment issues because of that. Being the last litter, being the last dog in the litter, and being alone gave her abandonment issues. Well, that's it. That's the true story for today. Like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. See you 4 5 years later.